Hi everyone, my name is Kayla. Welcome to my channel. If you're watching this and you're an actor, then I want to tell you something. You are better than you think you are. What I mean by better is more talented, and specifically speaking when comparing yourself to other actors. Because acting is such a competitive field, it's really normal to compare yourself to others and other actors, but a lot of times that comes at the discount of not giving ourselves enough credit for our own talents. And a lot of times this can turn into self-doubt, which can just make your performance not at its best. Like, having self-confidence is a huge part of giving a great performance, and when we compare ourselves to other actors, it just can really get in the way of things. And today I want to tell you guys about a time that I realized that I actually have a lot more to offer talent-wise than I ever thought I did. So keep on watching. I'm going to tell you guys why exactly you are better than you think you are. So the experience that I'm talking about in this video today happened, I'd say, roughly 3 months ago, and it was in an audition situation. It was actually for a local film school in my area and for the students' final capstone project that happens their senior year. And usually I don't think you would think that student film and professional actor would be something that would go together. But actually, because this is a really well-known film school in my area, known for producing some pretty amazing directors, there were actors there from beginner experience all the way to professional actors that were sent this opportunity by their agencies. And for me personally, I was somewhere between the two of those. I had some experience on films and some experience with TV, but I did not have an agent. Because this was for a local film school, it wasn't just one director, one producer, one casting agent that we were auditioning for. It was 20 plus directors in the room at once, and they were all auditioning for their own individual projects. So there were a ton of actors in the waiting room, and they were actors, you know, from like young little kids all the way up to the elderly and everyone in between. Really not like a normal audition experience that you would have. Typically I'll go to auditions and it will be girls that all look exactly like me. And sitting in the waiting room with all these professional actors, I'll admit I started to get a little bit anxious or self-conscious listening to the talk that was going on. Sitting across from me were two little girls that couldn't be older than like 8 years old each, and I overheard their conversation to each other, and the one little girl goes to the other, "I'm auditioning for Disney next week," and the other one goes, "I'm auditioning for Nickelodeon next week." And I heard that and was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing here? And then there was a male actor about my age, sitting kind of near them, who I heard on the phone talking to what sounded to be his agent, like arguing that he couldn't be in New York the next day. And then there was a middle-aged female actress like sitting near me, like next to me, who was talking about some of the amazing projects that she's worked on in the past. Basically, they were all just talking to each other about like their accomplishments, kind of going down their resume, if you will, to each other. And this is something really common that happens in the audition room, and if it's ever happened to you and you've gotten intimidated by it, it's completely normal. And the thing that you should know is the people who are saying those things, who are, you know, kind of schmoozing and talking about their agents or talking about the amazing projects that they've worked on, they're doing it on purpose. They're trying to intimidate you or someone else in the room. Even if that's not the case, they are just trying to talk themselves up. What you need to know about these people is that they are insanely insecure. It's the truth. The reason that they feel the need to talk themselves up in the lobby is because they're not confident enough in their talents in the audition room that they'll get the job. They think they need to sabotage other actors in order to get ahead. This is an experience that I had dealt with multiple times. This kind of thing, you know, when people are talking themselves up in the lobby, that happens all the time. But what made this experience different was that when I went into the audition room, because we were going in front of 20 plus directors, they weren't seeing people one at a time. They didn't have time to do that. They were bringing us in groups of 4, 5, even 6. That's not normal for pretty much any audition that I've been to. So normally I would hear them, you know, talking about how amazing their careers are, and then watch them go into the audition room and just assume, wow, they must be giving an amazing performance in there, and they must be so much better than me because of this. But this time I actually got to be there, and I actually got to see what happened behind those doors for those same people that were talking themselves up. I was asked in with a group of 4. It was me and 3 other people, and they paired us up for the scene and had us read sides. And one of those people in the room was that boy who was on the phone with his agent. The other one was a girl who I had heard, you know, kind of talking herself up to that other actress I had mentioned earlier. And I gotta say, I'm not trying to be rude in any way, and I never would, but their performances weren't amazing. Honestly, like, based off of the way that they were talking themselves up in the waiting room, I would have thought that they would have been a lot better, to be honest. I went in there, and even though I was nervous because of the way that everyone was talking themselves up, as soon as I saw one of them get up to read, all of my nerves just like completely dissolved, because I knew that everything they were saying probably wasn't 100% true and actually didn't matter at the end of the day. Honestly, those people in the waiting room, they probably were telling the truth. You know, they probably do have 2, 3 agents all over the world, whatever. But that's not what matters. What matters is going into the room and giving the absolute best performance that you can. It doesn't matter who you are, who you know, what agency you're with, how much you're getting paid, what kind of credits you have on your resume. That's all great. Those are all accessories. Those are things that the director might want to see. But if you go in the room after talking yourself up like that and you give a lackluster performance, none of it matters. So once they had heard the 4 of us read, they actually said thank you to the other 3 actors and said it was okay for them to go. They asked me to stay behind in the room and read 2 more pieces for them. I actually ended up getting a call back for that, and when I went back, I didn't see any of them there that day. And when it all came to an end, I actually didn't book the job, but I did learn something like way more valuable. This lesson that I'll carry with me to every audition now for the rest of my life, and that I just wanted to share with all of you. Because it's so easy as an actor to doubt yourself and to get into that competitive nature. But I don't want any of you to have to go through it. And if you can see this video, and the next time you're in the audition room and you start to get intimidated, and you can remember my words and know that it's actually true, that you don't know what's going on behind those doors for those people, then hopefully you'll be able to just focus, relax, and give the best performance you possibly can. And that, my friends, is why you are so much better than you think. I really hope you enjoyed the video today. If you've had a similar experience or you have anything else to add, please comment below because I would love to hear from you. Thanks again for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Bye.